My name is Lawrence Gettys. I was born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. I am one of two children. I have a sister who's several years older who was adopted. And lo and behold, shortly thereafter, I came along, which I understand happens quite often with folks who are trying to have children. I did leave the state of Louisiana for a short period of time for college, but realized that Louisiana was home. So I came back to New Orleans to work for my father, who had an insurance company in New Orleans. It wasn't long after I started working for him that I realized that that was not going to be the industry for me. Came to law school in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I realized pretty early on which side I wanted to be on, and that was to represent folks who needed help. It was in 1996 that I first met this particular group of asbestos lawyers from Dallas. I was serving as our local counsel for a trial in Iberville Parish, and I was just completely and totally intrigued by the body of law, by the disease process, the history of asbestos litigation, and again, what these companies knew and didn't do anything about. Kind of infuriated me a little bit, and I said, you know, these are the kind of type folks I'd like to represent. I've been with a couple of national firms since that time. I decided that maybe it was this would be a good opportunity to get together with my friend Peyton and maybe do something on a very localized level, only representing folks with mesothelioma from the state of Louisiana. It's probably been at least a good 10 years or so now that we've been friends, and probably say within the last few years have become better friends to where our families actually travel together. Peyton has two daughters about the age of my youngest. They do an awful lot together. So I've watched him both on a personal level and on a professional level. I just like what I see. The one word that comes to mind is fighter. He's got a certain tenacity about him that you just don't see in a whole lot of lawyers. I have personally experienced him, you know, he'd rather spend money and lose than not take on a particular fight. I absolutely share that feeling. You know, if I always tell my clients they ultimately are driving the bus. I work for them. But at the end of the day, if I don't think that a settlement that's being offered is fair and reasonable, my inclination is don't take it. Let's keep on trucking, and if we need to go try the case, we will.